Hello, people of the internet. My name is George, the artist here at Leafy Games.
And I'm Preston, the programmer, and we have some new stuff to show you.
So, admittedly, it's been quite a while since we've done a devlog, and that's going to change. The reason we didn't release one last week was because we had some family come into town, and generally we just decided to take a break for a few days from developing, and it was really fun. It was a good break, and we're back at it now, working hard, and hopefully you should see a new devlog every week. So we apologize for the radio silence, and shouldn't happen all the time. So to start, we did release an update 2 Mondays ago without releasing a devlog. So quickly, if you look in the description, you can see we'll have a link to the full release notes. But generally, we added networked ship components. So if you press tab, if you press escape, and you go to ship components, I believe the captain right now has the ability to move these around and buy new things.
Yeah, the captain has the permissions currently.
So you can swap out certain parts of the ship to improve, certain systems and so on and so forth. Currently, the hull, the ship weapons, and the ship turrets cannot be swapped. Although you can purchase new ones, it wouldn't be advisable right now. They're still going to need a little more time, but everything else is good. The reactor is a pretty good one. Processors. I don't know about the warp driver thrusters. Are they worth?
I think those are the best thrusters, and the warp drive. Yeah, the other stats aren't very useful yet, so I would just leave it.
But feel free to play around with all that stuff and let us know how it works, and you can read little descriptions here. And it's still pretty early, as you can see. Some things don't have all the stats registered yet, but it should be fully networked, and you buy components. The captain can buy components. If you look down here, you can see your crew credits. If you click on trade, here are all the components. Currently, you can just buy them anywhere. In the future, you'll actually have to go to a special area to buy them from a merchant or something along those lines. But you purchase them by clicking on the price tag, which is on the right here. So you can read what it's about and hover over for potential stats, and there's a nice description. So there's that, and we also added a new enemy type. It's not in here yet, but the name of the enemy is security drone, and the old enemy is now called small security drone.
It is in the game, because you just said it's not here yet.
Oh yeah,
it's just not in this.
It's not in this sector. My apologies. Yeah,
but it is in the game. So
yeah, you can find it, and they will attack you immediately when you arrive in the new sector. Small security drones will not attack you immediately. And the new guys pack a bigger punch. They actually have a turret on board.
They have an auto turret system, so they have turrets equipped, which
pretty nasty.
Lock on and fire.
So yeah, they're pretty mean, and you get 500 credits for killing a security drone, and how many for killing a small one, Preston?
I think it's like 70 or something.
70?
Maybe something like that. I forget actually.
Those will all be tweaked in the future. Another thing we added is we added a new heads-up display. So it'll show you the name of the ship, the shields, the hull, as well as it'll give you a brief overview of each ship system. And currently they're all gray, but if we're being attacked, they'll actually begin to flash red if they're dangerously low or on fire. So it should be a good idea to just get a quick damage report by looking up in this corner, and it also shows you oxygen and all that stuff. So that's cool. And on the right side of the screen, if there's another ship in the sector, it will show you their stats as well. And if the ship becomes hostile or is already hostile, then the stats will turn red to help illustrate that they are not friendly. In regards to repairing systems, before it was a little tricky. You had to press Q to toggle it and right click and stuff. So now you basically just press Q, and you can see nice little particle effects here. Should heal the system, and E to put out fires, and you can see basically just blowing air. It looks a little funny, but it's
kind of it's supposed to be a fire extinguisher. But
yeah,
you don't have one yet, so it's just sort of exits your face.
It's pretty funny to see other players do it.
It's fun to mess with.
And I think that covers most of the updates for 0.28D. I'll pass it off to my brother to talk about. Literally, we just came out with a new update like minutes before filming this, so here's my brother. He'll talk about that.
Yep, so the new update is 0.28E and adds a few new features, a couple big bug fixes related to the enemy ship. That's probably going to be like the big change for this update, is that bug fix. It was a pretty bad bug, and it affected the game in a lot of different ways, so it should be fixed, so hopefully we don't have to deal with that. Besides that, we have a couple new things. I'll start quickly with the game settings menu. It's pretty simple. We just wanted to get a little bit more mouse options in there. So, for example, I can flip the y-axis, which you really can't tell, but it is flipped. And then you can also edit the sensitivity. Yeah, I have a very sensitive mouse, so I like to put it pretty low. But a few people are asking for that, and it made sense, so we threw them in. Besides that, the warp drive ratio is working. So when you see it, has the red and blue sides. Red is your thrusters, blue is your warp engine. So you can see as when I put the blue, when I shift the ratio toward the warp drive, you can see as I start charging, and then I actually if I give more power, charge even faster. And then I can cut it off with this. So it gives you basically two flows of power, and this is an even balance, so you could both use your thrusters and use the warp drive. They'll just be half as efficient as individual.
So a reason, just to jump in here real quick, a reason you would want to mess with this would be, say if you're under attack and you need your ship to be maneuverable, you want energy to be given to your thrusters, but you also want to start charging your warp drive in case you have to get out of there. So this would give you an ability to
fine-tune the percentage of how you want to allocate your resources. So that's what it allows you to do. You also notice that this reactor screen is new. We've been doing a lot of work on the reactor screen, and I think we're much closer now to the design that we like. It's not quite there, but again, I think we're getting closer. So now it shows you a few things that are useful. So this is the temperature of your core. As you use more power, utilize your once your usage is above 50%, you'll start to gain heat, and then the more you use your reactor above its limits, the quicker it will gain temperature, which is fine. There's really nothing wrong with gaining temperature as long as you don't overheat. Overheating will disable all power. Essentially, your reactor is completely disabled for 10 seconds. So no system gets power. Your ship doesn't move. Weapons don't charge. Science lab stops functioning. Your shields completely can't charge. I mean, it's pretty bad. You don't want to do it. So now this is something the engineer has to keep track of, and they can utilize their heat for immediate or short-term gains, but they have to look out for that long-term gain. They don't want to overheat. But we thought it was really interesting to get this in, and we want to let you guys play around with it and see how it feels and get your feedback on it. So
another interesting fact would be the size, the length of each bar varies depending on the components that...
Correct. So I can, for example, move my processors to cargo, and now you can see my science lab isn't using any power. I can't give it any power. So, and
to help illustrate that, there basically is no bar.
It looks like there is a glitch though. It is still using power, so we'll fix that in the next patch. But it does. So just keep that in mind. We had a lot of new features, so do expect bugs. Every time we add features, there's we can't test everything, so we do our best. But I think that's all we wanted to cover. Anything else?
I don't think so. Yeah. You improved the UI, right, with the masking and all that?
Oh, true. These bars just now correctly sort of work. You can see it. The depth doesn't. There's something wrong with the sorting, but we'll work on that, and that should be fixed before too long. So, but they now fill in really nice and smooth, and it's actually kind of almost necessary because we needed to show it without the correct scaling and masking. It's hard to tell when you're near the end actually what temperature you're at or what health you're at. So it's basically gives you a more accurate picture, and it looks better. So it's always good. Looks like we're gonna overheat in a little bit here. We can show that off, and we will end the video. See you in the game. But yeah, it's almost overheating. And then we'll just see the lights go off, and power will be shut off for 10 seconds. As it drains that core temp.
Nice.
And then it'll be up and functional again, and then you could overheat it immediately again if you wanted to. So, but you don't want to, so just trust me on that. Awesome, guys. Thanks for watching, and see you on the forums and in-game.
Yeah, feel free to, if you encounter some bugs, please feel free to let us know, either by emailing bugs@leafygames.com or going to our forums, and there's a whole bug reporting section. And just as another side note, if you backed us on Kickstarter or through PayPal during our Kickstarter campaign and have not received your Steam keys yet, please shoot us an email or message us on Kickstarter and we can sort you out.
Yeah, remember, this is the alpha, so if you backed us at beta access, you'll be getting access soon, probably next month, but this is for alpha access only. Alright, so just to make it clear. But thanks again, guys. You're the best.
Yeah, have a good week, guys. Let us know what you think, and yeah, have a good one, guys.
Bye.